In this episode, we've got a doctor who thinks he's a smith.
He just wants to work at the Unified National Insurance team.
Oh, look at that. He's remembered it. Nice one. Come on.
I don't know if
Spot
I have.
the professional.
I don't know if I have.
We've got not one, but two Ranis.
I just thought it's Doctor Who, it's the Rani, it's Anita Dobson. I had 3 words in my head. Yes, yes, yes.
We've got ducks, an owl, and a horse with a weak bladder. And spoiler alert, we've got an exclusive clip from the series finale.
Welcome to John Smith Unleashed.
This is it then, the beginning of the end of season 2 of Doctor Who.
No. What are you even talking about?
And we're here to lift the lid on episode 7, Wish World. The first of a 2-part finale brimming with elaborate sets, multiple locations, an ensemble cast, and mind-bending VFX.
Rani!
Are you ready to take the plunge? Welcome to Wish World, a parallel universe conjured by the imagination of conspiracy theorist Conrad Clark. Last seen being sprung from jail by Mrs. Flood at the end of the episode Lucky Day.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm the governor. And it's your lucky day.
But what exactly is this dystopian alternate reality?
It's a partly remembered and a partly invented world. It's all from Conrad's mind.
Happy morning, everyone.
He's desperately inventing a whole world. So he's imagined very simple templates. It's just if he's put everyone into couples.
And you're John Smith's wife. I certainly am.
And women who don't quite fit into those couples don't quite fit into the world. They have no role. They're alone. They're considered to be a bit strange. But he thinks it's natural. He thinks it's normal. He's not from that good a home himself. So he's trying to imagine a better home.
Morning, darling.
Morning, sweetheart.
John Smith and Belinda, they're married and they have a child together. Having been busy mates with Belinda for the past 6 episodes, it was a weird transition, but fun. Me and V thought it was very funny. We were waking up in bed beside each other.
Did you see a cat? Yeah.
Is that you wanting a cat?
Yeah.
It's like playing house with your best friend. Seeing Shooty be like a dad figure was very different to how I know Shooty to be in real life. Like, neither of us are grown up in any way in real life. We're like kids. So it's just very funny to see us both kind of switch into like parent mode.
Is it okay out there? Is it working?
It's all hanging on by a thread. It's not real, and it's desperately rattling at the edges. And that is the point, as you discover at the end of the episode. That's actually the Rani wanting to create a reality that wears thin, that starts to fall apart, that's her plan to break the world apart and to reach the world underneath.
So let's take you even further behind the scenes of Wish World, a world in which the Doctor is now plain old John Smith.
Today is the 11th of April 2024, and what's being filmed just behind me is the scene where John Smith walks in to work.
Cutting it fine. Another 2 minutes and you'd have been late.
I did work late last night.
Time carries no favours.
I enjoyed watching you being John Smith.
Dear John, dear John.
Yeah. I enjoyed watching you strolling into that room in your very sharp suit and encompassing a different part of the character. I thought it was really fun. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I did, because it was just so different. And he's just so normal and so human and has got no intention of saving the universe. He just wants to work at the Unified National Insurance team.
Oh, look at that. He's remembered it.
You
Nice
know?
one. Come on.
I don't know if
Spot
I
the
have.
professional.
I don't know if I have.
Happy morning, Unified National Insurance Team. How can I help?
It was a lot to get my head around, because you get so used to the character of the Doctor. He just walks into rooms and decides to take charge.
Yeah.
And John is so the antithesis of that it was a nice challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be good 9 to 5?
No.
in an office?
No, I wouldn't be good, but I do enjoy it though. When I loved when I was temping.
Yeah.
I found having an Excel spreadsheet in front of me the most exciting thing.
You an Excel guy? You
Yeah.
spreadsheets, man, Shooty.
I worked in many a receptionist office, and yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun. Nothing ever got entered into it.
No. Productivity was low, but...
Productivity was very low.
You were having a great time.
But I was happy to be there.
Yeah. You could see that channeled in your John Smith.
The old cliche says never work with children or animals. So what did Russell write into the opening scene of this episode? A baby and...
Animals. Lots of animals. We had a day with ducks. And we had an owl.
We're about to have a right hoot on set.
And we had a horse.
Well, apart from the horse micturating in the middle of the take, it was fantastic.
I happily write 6 ducks knowing I won't be there on that day. Knowing it's going to be chaos and a nightmare. There was probably a duck wrangler. Was there a duck wrangler? There was a duck wrangler. I knew it.
1, 2, 3.
I wonder if is there any way to spread them out?
I'll try. Give me a minute.
It all went fine. It went absolutely fine. Never want to film with ducks again.
Okay, we'll cut, thank you.
And if you thought that was quackers,
Hello, boys.
added to the mix were 6 young children, the aforementioned baby, and its stunt double.
Come on in, back to your Winnebago.
But what nobody ever tells you is there are worse things to work with than animals and children.
There are about 500 million midges. All the midges in Wales have come here, and they're around my head. And it's really, really annoying.
Bugs are eating us alive.
Join the dots. I'm just itching, basically.
They love our curls.
They love our curls,
unfortunately.
yeah. Bearing
so
inside.
yeah, they're sticking to us.
Yeah. Shake around a
Pretty
bit, you see
itchy.
loads come off.
Yeah.
I'm in disguise hiding from the midges.
You should see Ralph actually, because he's got bites all over his face. Oh my god, you've got so many bites on your face.
Brilliant.
Oh my goodness, have I?
Don't think so. I think I've got one crawling on my nose now.
Not quite entertaining as I thought it'd be. This isn't what I signed up for.
These little flies are from the pits of hell.
Let battle begin.
Right then, in the last episode of Unleashed, we promised there'd be more on the bombshell reveal that Mrs. Flood was one half of a bi-generated foe not seen on our screens in decades.
Our name is the Rani, although she's become a Rani, while I'm the Rani.
This is the arrival of Archie Punjabi as the Rani. The Rani in the old days was played by a fantastic actor called Kate Tamara.
Seal it and label it.
Really phenomenal actors. This is dedicated to her in a way, because she was wonderful and created a villain all those years ago that has lasted in Doctor Who legacy ever since. You know, she's a great part of the show. It's amazing that the Rani hasn't been on screen for a million years.
Well, well, well. The Rani.
You were expecting to see the master?
First appearing in The Mark of the Rani back in 1985 opposite Colin Baker's 6th Doctor.
I think I've got it. You're extracting a chemical from the brain.
The renegade Time Lady returned in 1987's The Time and the Rani in 7th Doctor Sylvester McCoy's debut episode.
The Rani! Stay back!
Since then, the character has appeared in audio dramas, novels and comics, but aside from a brief appearance in 1993, not on TV. So why now?
That was a villain that I really wanted to face, and I'd asked Russell.
Oh, had
if I
you?
could
You'd
face
asked him?
Yes. She's so, fabulous.
Yeah.
I want to face off with her. Time Lord v Time Lord. Like, how cool.
Oh, yes, Doctor.
I've always liked the Rani, and I've always thought I'd bring her back somehow, but that was like a request. When your lead actor requests something, I'm here to obey.
Stepping into the iconic red suit and black boots this time around is Emmy award-winning actor and star of The Good Wife, Shetland and Bend It Like Beckham, Archie Punjabi.
So how did it happen then, Archie? How are you sat here as a very famous Doctor Who character back reincarnated as the Rani?
I was just sitting at my desk one day and then I got a message saying, would you like to be in Doctor Who? And I thought, ooh, that could be interesting, but what's the character?
Yeah.
And they said, the Rani, and I thought, wow, oh, wow. And the Rani obviously means queen. And all I could think about, honestly, the first reaction was my entire Indian community would be so over the moon because the Rani is queen and I'm married to Raj,
yeah,
the king. So I thought that would be lovely. And I just thought, it's Doctor Who, it's the Rani, it's Anita Dobson. I had 3 words in my head. Yes, yes, yes!
And what's it been? Has it sort of lived up to that, your expectations then?
Superseded it.
Has it?
I mean, look at this. This is my palace, our palace.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Archie Punjabi is amazing. I mean, the charisma and the presence that she holds in the room, and she's so lovely. She's so cool.
Nice of you to join us, Doctor.
Like, when I was younger, there weren't a lot of South Asian actors on screen, and she was one of them, and I always looked up to her. I thought she was stunning and sassy and smart. The Rani's relationship with Mrs. Flood is quite funny because they're both the Rani, and she considers herself a lot more superior to Mrs. Flood and treats her very badly. It's not very nice.
Sandwich, obviously.
But it does also make you laugh.
Oh, right.
Because they're both so funny when they're together.
Do you go everywhere together now? Is this a new thing?
Yeah.
It's sort of happening, isn't it?
We feel like we've known each other for...
Ever.
It's very strange.
Yeah. So, because this afternoon you're filming the bit where
we moved the same, did you see that?
Yeah, we even say things at the same time.
Yeah.
Finish each other's sentences.
Yes, we do, don't we?
Yeah. I was so excited I couldn't wait to meet her, and then I suddenly panicked and thought, what if we don't click? What if there's no magic? And then she walked onto the set and it was like, there it was.
Yeah.
It could be said that you sprang from my loins.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Every Doctor Who set has its challenges, be it a retro unit set, a peasant cabin in the Bavarian woods, or a palace made of bones. Although none of those were the most challenging in this episode, that accolade goes to this set.
We are in central Cardiff, and we have created the Camp of the Dispossessed, which is an area where everyone with a disability he kind of has sort of forgotten about, and they get sort of placed in this place. So obviously, because of the storyline, all our sporting artists, they're all people with visible and non-visible disabilities. So another reason why we selected this location is obviously because it's fully accessible and workable for people with all their different specific needs and requirements. So it's been a really interesting challenge, but trying to make a location that's that's not just serviceable for a standard film crew, but also for people who've got slightly more specific needs and requirements.
Morning, Winnie love. Another day in paradise.
So I am what they call an access coordinator. So it's my responsibility to work with the production as a whole to make sure any cast or crew or production team member who's deaf, disabled or neurodivergent, work with them and put any access requirements in place. And that could be anything from a ramp to the front door to a quiet room in the production office. It's all about making the entire process accessible to people who are disabled.
I am crowd ADing and also essaying because I'm a crew member with a disability. So they asked me to help out with all the essays, as well as acting as well. They clearly heard the words camp and disabled and thought, let's call Ben.
You know, having an access coordinator on set makes everything so much easier. All of those little things that other people might not notice, the people who it's meant for will, and I think that's really special.
So it was about, okay, let's have different coloured tents, because if you were visually impaired or you were blind or nearly blind, but you could see a bit of colour, if you had all the tents in one colour, and as a blind person or visually impaired person, you'd knock into things. So you'll see there's different tents in different colours, and then there's ribbons round about. We looked at the access, how to get into the tent, how to get out. Because tents, I don't know if you noticed, but they have a lip at the bottom. So if you were in a wheelchair, you couldn't get into it. So it's all about making the whole thing accessible.
You know what? It looks really beautiful. I thought I could spend a weekend here. Oh, nice. Everyone just having a nice little jolly. It feels really colourful and vibrant. And to see so many disabled people just living like that, thinking, oh, actually, that could be real. It's quite moving in a way, how happy everybody is as well. Yeah, what a great place to film.
Just tell me what the hell is going on.
When you're disabled, you know that with just a few access requirements put in place, it makes such a big difference. It means you can turn up and you can be creatively brilliant. So when we make our film and TV industry accessible, we open ourselves up to lots of very talented people.
Still to come on Doctor Who Unleashed. We go dancing with the stars.
What's with you and dancing now, Shoot? You come here, you're going to...
Telling you, they'll have me on Strictly next.
Production designer Phil Sims reveals the inspiration behind the awesome Bone Palace.
There's a lot of bird references in it, a lot of avian references.
OK, that's interesting. Why did you go bird?
We just thought they looked cool. We just thought that...
And spoiler alert, we've got an exclusive clip from the season finale. But first...
So every week on Doctor Who Unleashed, I do some work experience with a different department that make Doctor Who happen. And this week, I'm with the script team and with Molly on the script team. And I think their job is actually one of the more stressful on set. Why? Let's go find out.
Hey, Martha.
Action! OK, Molly, let's start right at the basics.
Hello.
What? Hello? Yes, that is the
That's a
basics.
good basic
Yeah, it's a good
to start,
basic.
yeah.
Hello. Yeah, my manners. Yes, thank you very much. Tell me about the script team. What do they do? What do you do? What's your job title?
My job title is a little bit of a mouthful.
OK, that's a good start.
Yes, I am the trainee assistant script supervisor.
Trainee assistant script supervisor.
I am indeed, yeah.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
It is
isn't
a little bit, yeah.
What do they do?
They assist the script supervisors.
Molly assists script supervisor Richard Pask. Between them, they have some serious responsibilities. It's their job to keep detailed notes of dialogue, action, continuity, and all the slate and scene numbers. On top of all that, during filming, they have to closely monitor what's happening to check no dialogue is missed, and that the movements and the eye lines of all the actors match take after take after take. And what's with the stopwatch?
We help out production with timings of the day, when we start, when we finish, when we call for lunch, how much of the episodes that we've shot already, like 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in, whether we're overrunning. So before we start shooting, we have to time the script.
Right.
We come up with a guesstimate of how long the episode is going to take, and then we try and match that as much as possible.
Occasionally, Molly has to deliver some bad news.
Now, I've seen some of your colleagues go in with scripts in hand, asking for scenes to be redone so that the scripts match the writing. That's a big part of the job as well?
A big part of the job is learning when to go in and when not to. So it's a lot of talking with the director, like, oh, the line maybe changed a little bit here, or should I go in and change it? Should we remind the actors what the line is, that kind of thing. And sometimes it's a yes, and sometimes it's a, oh, it doesn't matter.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So were you always interested in drama growing up, or was it sci-fi that you liked, or what was it?
Well, Steff, it was actually a behind-the-scenes episode of Doctor Who that I watched when I was a kid. And
Was it?
That's what I want to do.
And here you are on
And
behind the
here I
scenes
am.
of Doctor Who.
I know,
It's like a real full circle moment.
Exactly. I bought some books, I read them, and when I was doing lots of running jobs on short films, and I just said, hey, can I either shadow, or sometimes when they don't have a script supervisor, like, can I give it a go?
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that's a real self-starter then, Molly. You like, that's the thing I want to go and do. Did all your own research, and here you are.
And here I am, on Doctor Who, behind
That's
the
so
scenes.
brilliant, isn't it just?
Right, time for me to step in as the assistant to the assistant script supervisor. As night falls and rehearsals begin, Richard and Molly are on hand to liaise with the director and help the actors double-check their lines.
So if they're getting the lines right, you want to make sure they're getting the lines right here as well as later.
Yeah.
We don't want panic.
We don't want panic.
Nobody wants panic.
No.
Let's turn over A and B.
With the cameras about to roll, Molly and I will be monitoring the action from a small tent side of set.
In between takes, I listen to what the director's saying so that I can put down on my notes if there's anything that he liked or didn't like.
So you're eavesdropping?
Yes, all the time.
Eavesdropping. Yeah.
Everything you hear, the more information you can put down, the better.
Set. And action.
You recognised your husband's doubt because you've been expressing doubt yourself. That's what it does, Mrs. Smith. It contaminates, it breeds, it festers, and it's my job to cut it out.
Ah! Don't talk about me! Don't make her ashamed of me! Tell her I love her!
Take her away.
Look up. She missed that line. Want to come? Let's see if we have time.
Yes, go.
Oh no.
Come on.
Time to deliver some bad news.
Back to once, we go again straight away. Thank you,
I'm just passing on notes, obviously I'm just learning. So in your line, can you please remember to also say, look after her? So don't forget that line, please. Thank you very much. A beautiful performance, though, really moving. I was moved.
Thank you. That's not your job.
I was just giving you...
That's actually not our job.
Oh, we're not allowed to do that?
Probably shouldn't.
Am I not?
Should we go back to the tent?
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Just look after her, is that line?
Okay, take two.
Anna! Don't tell Bobby I had doubt! Don't make her ashamed of me! Look after her! Tell her I love her!
She nailed it words-wise there, though. Every single word, as written. Well done, V.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much, everybody. Very good work, Anita V.
Bringing to life the wish world of Conrad's imagination allowed the production design team to go to town on the sets. It also got me all excited when I first saw them.
Right, OK, now this is a space that I know of and you know of as the unit headquarters. It's the ultra-modern, full of jazzy tech place where Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, Gemma Redgrave, sort of runs the show, but it's been transformed. Oh, wow. Look how different it looks. Firstly, you can't see this, but this feels different because it's a springy. This is a carpet. And before it was all like super slick. But look at those. This is what people used to type on. They don't anymore. So obviously it's been transformed to like mid-20th century vibes. Gemma, for you, who spends a lot of the time in this room, it must be an odd sensation being here and seeing it look like this.
I think it looks magnificent.
It doesn't look great.
Doesn't it look like an episode of Mad Men?
It does.
Slightly.
Yeah.
With a sort of unit twist.
Absolutely.
I want to know if Joan has seen these, because if I was him, I'd be thrilled and a bit freaked out at the same time.
It's odd seeing you in a suit, though, not in your big body armour.
I know. I mean, it looks fresh.
It does look fresh.
It's the first day, actually, in this.
What did you feel like when you walked in here? Because this is your home, when you're on set filming, this is where you spend most of your time. And it looks totally different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
We walked in this morning, we just did like a triple take, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
While the retro unit set evokes 1950s nostalgia, the Bourne Palace is a brilliant sci-fi meets gothic horror mashup.
I love this. This is the one set that we've done where it's been entirely sculpted. So we've had a brilliant team of sculptors.
It's so clever,
transforming
their work, isn't it?
into a bony
Yeah.
palace. There's a lot of bird references in it, a lot of avian references.
OK, that's interesting. Why did you go bird?
We just thought they looked cool. We
Yeah,
just thought that. We just thought they looked great. There's lots of sort of beaks and bird skulls, and actually, you know, we looked at ostrich bones, ostrich feet,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where these feet came from, at the base of the pillars in the Bone Palace.
That's very clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get rid of the wife.
I mean, it was epic. You know, the attention to detail to the different bones that they used to create the structure was just beautiful. It was beautiful, but also very, very creepy. It feels like you're in a dead animal. But then there's this massive disco ball that was also there.
Wait, did someone say disco ball?
Would I like some magic?
Oh, yeah.
Watch this.
Do some magic.
Alan, can you turn on the disco ball, please?
Oh. Oh my, you have the power in your hands.
In my hands. Doesn't it look good?
That is
Very
cool, is it?
exciting.
Is that the coolest thing we've done on Unleashed in
Maybe.
nearly 2 series worth?
Definitely during my interviews.
Saturday Night Fever, anyone?
Music!
Towards the end of the episode, John Smith and the Rani link up for a dance for old time's sake.
We danced once upon a time, you and I, at the siege of Persephone.
This feels like a bit of deja vu for the 15th Doctor.
What's with you and dancing now? Shoot, you come here, you're gonna...
Telling you, they'll have me on Strictly next.
Not for the first time, Shooty had to dust off his dancing shoes and cut some rug.
2 Time Lords meeting again.
Yeah.
In the middle of a waltz. as you do. Just so camp. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
What brilliant. What
Yeah.
a brilliant baddie.
So you've ticked off now, you've done your 60s dance and you've now waltzed.
We've now waltzed.
So that is actually, you're nearly on the whole Strictly lineup there. You've danced with a Strictly judge.
I know.
Just a trend here.
It's
I'm just saying.
It's a trend.
It's a trend.
It's a trend.
Choreographer Jack Murphy, who we met in last season's The Devil's Cord and Rogue, is back to make sure Shooty and Archie's waltz stays in step.
You're here again doing another dance from Doctor Who? Can't get enough of it.
What a pleasure, what a privilege.
Because it's more intimate than the work you've done on the series, I suppose. So how does that change your work rather than doing one of the, those big numbers or the Bridgerton-style stuff?
This is really what my career is based on, because primarily I've worked on plays. This is taking me home, really, so I'm very, very
It's a busman's holiday for you as well.
It is a busman's holiday, if you want to put it that way, Stefan, yes, but I'm very happy to ride that bus.
Absolutely.
Jack Murphy is such a character. He just, he understands dance, but he also understands performances. And so what was really helpful in having him was doing the dialogue and the dance. And he told me he'd still Harry Costa because he was a little bit of this. But I did get to spend some time with him. Yeah, he was indeed.
That was hard. I mean, harder for Archie. Archie had that long speech to do, was listening to the music as well. At the top of the dance, she's because I'm still John Smith at this point, so he doesn't really know what he's doing. So she was leading in 6-inch heels while giving a speech, whilst also listening to music. And she smashed it.
People said we were lovers. Can you remember?
What Archie Punjabi is doing at the moment is unbelievably difficult. Until you've tried it, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're at home, I'd try dancing and talking at the same time, and it's actually quite hard, isn't it?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is why you've been able to have a career, Jack. Because you've got to teach people to do it.
You do, and have to find a way of expressly doing it, find the quickest way of doing it.
Yeah.
Because you kind of, it's all about repetition.
And is the idea that the dance becomes second nature then? So that you
Totally.
Yeah.
So they're not even thinking about it. It becomes kinesthetic. It's in the muscle memory. It's a drama. It's not a dance show. So I mustn't indulge in where I would like to take it.
No, less swizzling.
Yeah, and I have to kind of then go, oh, I'm not going to be judged on the fact that actually there's a simplicity to it.
Yeah.
We should go again, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
In the Doctor Who Season 2 finale.
Okay, let's repeat chapter 1. Is it working?
We need to move a little faster. Sweet little Desideria. If only you were older, you could imagine such complicated things. Instead, I've got you.
Watch Doctor Who Unleashed on the Doctor Who YouTube channel.